Welcome to 911fitness.tv. With us today, Rose Amberson, Vice President of Seitlin, and today we're going to talk about stress and how stress affects the workplace and how it affects you at home and how it affects your whole well-being. And one of the things that I noticed is that 80% is a pretty big number, isn't it? 80% of the reason why people see their doctor is stress related.
Yes, sir.
We hear over and over again, it's published in magazines, books, it's on television all the time, just about how important stress is in our lives and how debilitating it can be. But really, we have to really snap ourselves in the face and really get it, and how we can control our stress. What are some of the things that you see in the workplace that are stress related?
Well, I'll tell you, Jim, you're absolutely right. There is a proven causal relationship between stress and illness, and by extension between stress and a worker's productivity.
Exactly.
And there's so many different types of stress, and that there's a whole industry built up around it, and there's scientific management techniques built up around it as well. There's stress due to finances, the economy, stress to things due to family life. I mean, how many different incidents at home are directly related to stress? It impacts how you're able to function. The medical data certainly shows that there's a direct relationship, not only between the number of office visits and the reasons for office visits, but cardiovascular, risk of hypertension, stroke, and even injury. When you look at workers' compensation injuries, the higher the number of health risks, including stress, that a person has, the more likely they are to have an injury at work or have an illness that impacts their ability to work.
Well, one of the reasons why you get sick and you're ill is because when stress levels go up, your immune system drops, and then to compound that even more, I mean, if you're eating junk food.
Yes.
I call junk food poison. That's it. Put me on. It's poison. Really, your body has to work so hard to just extract whatever little bit of nutrition it can get out of the junk. So, that in itself is already stressful to your system. So, you have stress from psychological stress, it could be traffic, it could be your boss, it could be finances, and then to compound that with the nutrition, it just wreaks havoc. So, your immune system drops. And then, cortisol levels rise because of all of the stress. So, it's just a big downward snowball effect of, affecting that little cell, and then eventually affecting multiple millions of cells.
Yes, and sooner or later something gives, and usually what gives is either some kind of emotional outburst at work or your body breaks down.
Heart attack.
Yes, exactly.
High blood pressure.
And the ironic thing is employers today are asking so much out of employees. We spend more time at work awake than we do in any other portion of our life.
Performance standards.
Yes, absolutely. And what are we as employers providing in the way of nourishment for our employees? If you look at the average employer's vending machine and what you find in there, it's not good. So when Seitlin goes out and helps to implement workplace wellness programs, one of the first things we do is encourage participation in the CEO Fitness Challenge. Another thing we do is we look at their environment. What's in your lunchroom? What are in your vending machines? Do you have any healthy options? Can you offer some fruit? Are there some things that you can do to help employees to get up, get away from that computer screen, if only for a 2-minute break? The musculoskeletal risk of sitting with continued stress, looking at the computer screen over and over and over again, and just on the phone, without any healthy nourishment, without any healthy snacks around, without just a 2-minute stretch break, it impacts service, it impacts productivity in the bottom line. So yeah, stress is huge.
Well, what about low back pain? Low back pain, a big cause, big complaint.
Single biggest workers' comp injury there is.
You're seated like this, your abdominals don't work.
I like the way you're sitting up straight too, Jim. That's very good.
Thank you very much. I practiced before this. Well, there you have it, folks. Stress, big problem in the workplace, big problem at home. And Rose, it's such a pleasure to have you here. You just have so much energy and so much knowledge, and I love your leadership and what you're doing at Seitlin. You're a credit to the industry.
Well, thanks for having us, and good luck.
See you next time on 911fitness.tv.